So the Springboks have announced their travelling squad to head to New Zealand. The Rugby Championship heating up more and more as the rounds progress. But the next game for the Boks, it will be at Eden Park, a 50-match winning streak on the line for the All Blacks. And this is a strong squad that has been announced. We just see a couple changes compared to what we saw for the initial squad up against the Wallabies. That is due to injury. But overall, a very exciting next two games for the green and gold. But looking through, first of all, in the forwards, they are going to be as follows. Ludiacha, he did extremely well in that first match up against Australia. Peter Steph Toy, even though he did end up with a concussion from match number 1 up against the Wallabies, he will be cleared to be able to play in these matches. Thomas Toy, he got to start the second match up against the Australian. Jean-Luc Dupré, he was ruled out late from that second test due to illness, but he is back and the Bordeaux representative ready to get some minutes for the Boks. This Rugby Championship, Eben Etzebeth, the most experienced Springbok of all time, he would love nothing more than to add another accolade to his already illustrious career and take that streak away. From New Zealand, Vincent Koch, Sia Kolisi, there were questions of whether or not he would actually be cleared to be able to play in these matches due to his injury he suffered in match number 1, but it seems the captain will be back. Whether or not he plays in the first match, I think is still a little bit up for debate, but the second match in Wellington, we could certainly see Kolisi, Wilco Lowe, Malcolm Marks, Bongi Umbanambi, Franco Mostert, one of the many locks who got themselves a chance in match number 2, Oxenschat, Ruan Nokia, Kwaka Smith, he was fantastic in that number 8 jersey, and there are big question marks around who Rassie will be looking at as that 8 option heading into the Eden Park Test match. He's got Smith, he's got Jean-Luc Dupré, but he doesn't have this man, Jasper Wiese. He is still going to be suspended for this Auckland Test, but he will be available for Wellington, and that just about looks like the way we're going to see Rassie go. In that department, Arges Snyman, Manus van der Merwe, so the 3 hookers staying the same as what they were for the first initial squad naming, Marco van Staden, Boan Venter, Jan Hendrik Wessels, and then like I mentioned, Jasper Wiese. He is back with the squad, but he will not be playing for the first match. Moving on to the backs, Damien Dialendi, he made a lot of difference in that second match up against the Australians, but an absolute battering ram. Alongside him here in Andre Esterhuizen, who did play as a hybrid player in the second test up against the Wallabies, Apelele Fasi, Sasha Feinberg, Ngume Zulu, Ethan Hooker. Now, he's a player that at the moment isn't getting a huge amount of minutes, although with the injuries that South Africa did suffer in test match number 1, they lost Kurtley Arendse and they lost Edwel van der Merwe. So I do think that if Hooker was ever going to get a chance, it would probably be in that Wellington Test. I don't know whether or not they're willing to take that risk, throwing him in the deep end for that Eden Park match. Jesse Creel, who did captain the side in the second match. Cheslin Colby, great return from him just this weekend. Vili LaRue, Mani Lebok, Makazole Mapimpi, so he is one of the players who came in for Kurtley Arendse or Edwel van der Merwe. Now, the other player was actually Jasper Wiese, so adding the extra forward into the squad. Kanan Moody, Andre Pollard, he was 6 from 6 over the weekend. That man just didn't seem to miss, and those extra points could be absolutely crucial heading into these upcoming matches. Up against the All Blacks, Kobus Reinach, Morne Vandenberg, Grant Williams, so all 3 halfbacks staying the same as well, although I do have a feeling that Grant Williams will be starting more times than not, and then Damien Willemse, the last man for the Springbok squad. But overall, a nice mix of the experience as well as some of those younger players. Now, there are a few guys on standby, such as a Kobus Wiese, and I do think he's still travelling with the squad to New Zealand, but they are going to be leaving tomorrow. So not a lot of time to prepare. But then as soon as they touch down on New Zealand soil, that is when the preparation starts. The Eden Park Test match only sitting around 12 days away. Of course, we've got the bye week this weekend in the Rugby Championship. But after that, the big match of the competition. And the thing is, with the fact that every side has 1 win at this point of the Rugby Championship, it is all on the line. Whoever takes those games could definitely walk away with the title in hand. But do let me know what you think of the Springbok squad, the updated team that Rassie did announce. Of course, if there are any injuries, we may see other players flown over, but I do think 38 players is more than enough for South Africa throughout those 2 matches up against the Kiwis. And then after that, heading back to South Africa to then take on Los Pumas. But thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.